Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. Please excuse the drone of my AC. It is very hot, hence why I'm wearing my hair out in all its beautiful glory. I was doing a ponytail. My hair was just so wet, some from all the sweat. I was just so hot. So I was like, you know what? I don't do this very often, and I know you all have never seen me in all my glory. This isn't even as big as my fro can be, but I was like, let me come in and share me in my all natural, beautiful glory, right? I am so happy and so excited. I feel so good. I feel so good. Do you all feel good? Do you feel good because righteousness is winning? Because the energy is shifting and changing? Like, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for this. I can't even hide my freaking excitement. So, this Mindset Monday, since last week, Spirit was telling me I need to talk about um, communicating with passed on loved ones, not just ancestors, but elders and things of that nature. And I was like, okay, I'm on it. I already got the downloads, the information that I needed to share. But then this Kendrick and Drake situation really has me going. Like, I'm really amped behind this shit. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to talk about that, but I'm not going to do it on this Mindset Monday. But I definitely am going to talk about it. I am going to talk about it. You may see a video drop tomorrow because that's part of the reason why I feel so good, because righteousness is winning. But definitely want to share this insight as far as speaking, communicating with spirit, because a lot of us are going through this and we may not um, understand, overstand why we are feeling the ways that we feel behind our passed on loved ones, especially our elders that were near and dear to our heart, and the children that have passed from our lives. So, first things first, connecting with a passed on loved one. And I don't even like saying passed on loved one. Those that have transitioned, those that have left this construct, these confines of the physical body, connecting with them can happen immediately. It can, connecting with their energy. But a lot of the times, because of the way how our traditions have been distorted and how practices have been placed, a lot of us are in grief, we're in sadness, because we forget what it is that death really is. We forget the transmutation of energy from the physical form back into our natural state, right? And although we here in the spiritual conscious community, right, those who are spiritually aware, those who remember how to communicate and walk with their spirit every day, although we have a consciousness and awareness that death is not really death what it is, we still have sadness because it is part of our human experience. So, in going through our sadness and our grief, sometimes we don't process it in a way where it can be decimated to allow our spirit to connect on a higher vibration with those that have passed on. Understand their frequency has changed as they got out of the constructs of their physical body. So because their frequency have changed, it is now higher automatically. It doesn't matter what part of the ethers that they travel to. It doesn't matter if they're still stuck in the Earth's atmosphere, or if they are in the heavens, or if they're stuck in the Hall of Amenti, going through and downloading and regurgitating and reciting and getting an overview of the different various choices that they made in life. It doesn't matter what portion and part of spirit they are in. They are elevated once they are outside of this body. But if we stay sad and we stay anxious and we stay grieving and we focus so much on their death, especially if it was something that was, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, it was surprising, it was, something that caused a lot of disdain and discomfort, and we focus on that so much, when you focus on that, it brings that vibration of that spirit down. So when we bring that vibration of that spirit down, and hence bringing our vibration down even further, you get so dense that we can't perceive, we can't pick up that energy of our passed on loved ones, of those that are no longer in the physical. We can't even pick it up because their frequency and our frequency is not a match. Sometimes because we are so sad, that energy will not come and visit us in our dreams, or via birds, or giving us certain smells to remember them by. They'll stay away because they can't take that dense energy. So if you are looking to connect to the passed on loved one, whether it's the elders or the children, especially those demographics, because those demographics hold a lot of dense energy. There's a lot of those spirits that are still stuck here and trapped because of how their loved ones feel after they pass. When you're especially tuned into their frequency, you want to focus on their life. It doesn't matter how long that life was. It doesn't matter if this child was born and then passed the next day, the next month, the next 2-3 years, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this elder, was lovely and wonderful and happy their whole life and then was hit by a car, or they were, a health guru and still came down with a debilitating disease and they were taken from you within a matter of months. It doesn't matter how it is that they passed. You want to focus and celebrate on their life and the contributions and the time that you had with them, being grateful that they were even able to make it to this side. It was a miracle that they were even able to be formed in their mother's womb, come through this birth passage, and then grow to a space where they can be a physical form on the outside world. Again, it doesn't matter how long it was here for, right? They were here for. Move, Loki. Go with your big dog ass. Go, Loki. He is definitely an incarnated spirit. But my dog, and I'm going to touch on that, but these spirits want us to focus on their happiness in their life. If it's someone that was taken tragically, that was murdered, or there were suspicious circumstances surrounding their death, and you're like, I have to focus on figuring out how and why, by all means you do that, so that you can also give that spirit the rest that they need, because they're also wondering, hey, when is someone going to figure out what happened, right? Some of them are also in confusion. 1 minute they were happily eating dinner with their family, the next minute they were dead because someone put arsenic in their food, right? So there's so many different things that can happen. So yes, you want to go about, try to find the answers, get some closure for yourself and for this individual. But the important part is, if you're wanting to connect with these spirits, you want to do so by raising your vibration, okay? You want to raise your vibration. You want to clear some muck out and stop focusing on the sadness, all right? So as I mentioned with my dog, so his name is Loki for a reason, right? We're playing on the god aspect of his German lineage, but spirits can transform into any other living thing. Bye. I didn't really call you. Go. I said your name, but I didn't call you. Go. Bye. Move. Right? If you were once a human, unless you have gotten to a very elevated place and you decide, you know what, I want to come back as an animal or as an innate object, your spirit will more than likely come back incarnate as a human or another life being on another planet. Now, there are some individuals that had such a low density where they were forced to come back into an animal so they could pay penance and clear some karma. And now you may be presented with this animal that has traits of this other human being, and they may just show up at your doorstep, or they may just show up, you go to a shelter and you're like, oh man, they were just calling to me, and I get them, right? That does happen. So it's not always a punishment. Sometimes the spirit just decides, okay, I've done it all. I'd like to experience life as an animal. It does happen, not often. But if you do have a particular animal astray, especially, a domesticated animal that just takes to you in your energy, that could definitely be a passed on loved one coming in to share some space with you again. So that is that. Basically, the main message is, if you've lost someone, don't harp on the sadness, because it's keeping them in a low density and it's not allowing them to transition, for them to reincarnate and move on to the next level. We have to change our traditions, stop wearing black, absorbing all the sadness and sorrow, start wearing white, reflecting this energy back. Okay, start basking in the sun and the glory of the life that they shared, and the time and the moments that you all created together. That is the most important thing. Okay, so that is that. That's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. It is hot. It is hot. Your girl is hot. But I'm about to go dissect some more stuff. Check me out on my other channel, The Angels Oracle. I will be putting up my new moon and Taurus reading on that channel. The link will be in the description below. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.